Yes, I'm going to tell you how to boil an egg and peel it so the peel and the shell come off. Very, very easy without driving you crazy and without tearing the egg into pieces. As we get into holiday season, everybody wants to bring their deviled eggs, but they hate making the deviled eggs because they tear apart. Why is this? If you don't have the patience and you don't want to hear the long story, click around this time frame and you'll get to the peeling segment. What's happening is that the membrane, that thin little layer that attaches to the egg, sticks to the albumen, or the white, during cooking. And when that hard-boiled egg cools off, it sticks pretty well to the albumen, or the white. And then you're trying to peel it off and it rips into shreds. So how do we prevent this from happening? Well, first, how do you cook an egg? I know, hot water sounds pretty easy, but there's a couple of things. If you throw in a chicken egg into boiling water, there is the possibility the egg's going to crack. Why is that? The interior of the egg very rapidly expands and the eggshell can't compensate for that, so it gets these little cracks in it. That's not good. Then you have all that white spewed out in the egg water. Not pretty. Quail eggs, on the other hand, if you throw them into the boiling water, they should be okay. They have a very strong shell and a very strong membrane, and they usually will not crack. So with chicken eggs, I highly recommend you don't throw them in boiling water, but rather sit them in the cool water, turn the heat on, and bring them up to a boil. Once they hit a boil, let them cook for about 6 minutes. Then transfer them to cool water, a cold bath. You want to stop them from cooking, so you're putting them in cold water so they cool down. Quail eggs, on the other hand, you just toss right into the boiling water and let them cook for 7 to 8 minutes. And same thing, take them out and throw them in the cool water. Contrary to popular belief, throwing salt in or throwing baking soda in the water, whatever you're throwing in the water, that's not going to really help you with the peeling. The problem is not what you're boiling them in, it's the membrane and the albumen, or the white, and how they bond together. So here's the trick. If you want these eggs to be very easy to peel, you want to let them sit in a cool water bath for at least 24 hours. 24 hours. Throw them in the water, throw them in the fridge, let them sit overnight, and the next day they'll be much easier to peel. Why? Eggshells have little microscopic pores, and they allow the transmission of fluid and air through those pores, through the eggshell. So water from the water bath is going to get into the egg and start to rehydrate the membrane. Once that happens, the membrane is going to peel right off of the eggshell very easily in big sheets. The shell will come off, and you're not going to destroy all your eggs. Chicken eggs have a much thinner membrane than a quail egg, so that's why they were always very hard to peel. Using this method should make it a lot easier. I boil eggs all the time. I just boiled like 200 little quail eggs, and I didn't have a problem with a single one of them, and the chicken eggs are always fine when I use this method. So give that a try. Let me know if it works. If you guys have any comments, questions, or whatever, stick them down in below, and I hope to see you in the next one of these fun chats.